already rotating a few players over in the right direction. Turret being destroyed will give a lot of the information. I feel like Sandra hidden down below could be an issue for them if they're unable to clear. And the lurk on the other side has also been spotted.
Vanya gets taken out there, and Falcons, they already had 3 players on the site ready to go.
Kind of need someone with a little bit of mobility. For Vanya here, the thing is, getting orbs, I'm not even going to talk about it, I'll be honest. You're going
It's not like one that G2 have really played on this year, if I'm not wrong. So this team comp, as well as everything, it's got to be a surprise. Now G2 looking to funnel all 5 players into this A short. Already the Ludge able to find that smackdown, take down 2 already, and reposition onto the side. Dark cover comes down. Vanya on the hunt here, knows that the Omen is low, and the 3 players on G2's side, you can see Ludge desperately fighting for their life here to stay alive for quite a while before Vanya.
No one goes peeking, and now they have to go for the retake.
There's no recon dart either, so all of this has to be contact here. Vanya under heaven already able to find that first kill, and again, it's just those immaculate crossfires. Form of Mimi and Madvi on short. The sole player to kind of hold this down here. Immediately gonna repivot over towards heaven, compromises that space, and Toki with the operator finds that first kill. Petra gets shut down, Ludge on site with a second, and Madvi for the follow-up here. G2 brought down to 2 members, make that 1 as Rescue also gets shut down. Of course, Amy, we've talked about her lurks before, we talked about her impact, but in this one before, how much more can she really do? She gets the first, but that again, it's just Legend Toki trying to play that high-low setup. Again, though, with the amount of flashes in this G2 comp, it's gonna leave Ledge kind of isolated on side. Toki trying to go in for the repeat. Petra, though, finds a kill. Vanya and Mimi get 1 apiece, and once again, it's advantage going to G2. A very quick shutdown as well. The players towards that backside position is gonna be revealed in that boathouse, thanks to the Seekers here, and a bit of cover fire from the switchboard towards CT might help them isolate the fights. Petra does pop the Empress. Unfortunately, not going to help her much as Sandra takes her down here. No trade incoming quite yet. You do see with the star cover, the push attempt trying to come through. Both players looking at the same angle, and Vanya just darts in to find a kill. Eva at least able to find 1 more, but the numbers, they stay even. No revive incoming quite yet, although Rescue might be able to at least tap and fake it a little bit. Once again, the revive coming through here. This time around, though, Rescue able to find a kill.
Yeah, back up, and now you have the ult stack building up on the Falcons side. A good position to be in. An incredibly risky play. I assume there's a dart, but there needs to be a little bit more. I think the Hunter's Fury is just a little bit too late.
Yeah, timing not quite precise. At least Toki able to take down Amy. Huge kill there. Now Madvi going in for a swing on short. Is not aware that Rescue has already taken up that space, and now off the back of that G2, they go in for the follow-up here. Utility bombarded, short control taken, and it's still Toki on heaven, looking to find the value here with this Guardian. 2 kills in the round, but that's gonna be all.
This is something they're well aware of. From the shadows as well, could be used just to try and dodge it if they wanted to, and Petra, they actually get caught. It just about escapes, but
the wraparound is there from short as well for Mimi. Trailblazer gonna give away that position, and with this one-way, you can see Sandra just trying to stick to defuse here. Vanya, though, able to find the kill, and again, it's that contact play, the 1-2 swing, and sight. 2 huge ults potentially online here for G2. Like you mentioned, though, Showstopper gonna open things off here. They do know that there's a couple of players backside, and Lush TP's in, but this might be the damage. At least Rescue able to take down Eva here with the Showstopper, but again, Falcons, they were so ready for this B-side attack here. A bit of an eco round coming in for them. They do have the Seekers for Mimi, but again, you can see the setup, the high-low here. Again, the quick rotation over as well from the side, and it's Sandra, in fact, to find a couple of kills. 1 with the turret, 1 with the Vandal. Amy at least able to get a counter, but once again, Ludge is still on site here, able to find that kill onto Petra, and while Vanya at least gets 1 with the Sheriff, they're going to be surrounded on all sides by enemies. A third, though! Vanya going absolutely crazy in a 1v1, and while Madvi has the gun, Vanya, she has the op here. Spike in her control as well, could possibly try to go for the rotate, the crossover though towards Jenny. I don't know if she knows here, the flashback give away the position though, and Vanya! Just an insane clutch! Clutch value so far, and I think for Falcons, what's important is that they do have this lockdown available for the retake. They're playing a little bit more passive than you expect them to, and off the back of those Seekers, a huge kill to come through for Rescue here. Still though, Eva and Toki find 1 apiece. Toki still bringing the damage. Neural Theft's finally gonna come out though, will detect the position of all 3 players towards heaven, and you can see Mimi still looking for the fight here. Swings with Amy. Amy finds both players in fact on site, and now it's just Toki versus both. And
yeah, that might be the difference. They're going to have to now really worry about those players coming in from behind. Toki underneath has been able to hold the line at least a little bit, and there's Amy once again. Always fearsome in these sort of moments, but now that she's down, it's left all onto Vanya. already managing an insane clutch just moments ago, but this one would have to be even better to pull it off, and it's not going to happen. MadV with another triple kill.
Gonna take out MadV for the rest of the duration, so no possibility of a null command either. Now the reposition from Rescue, but the bait, yeah, Petra tucked away into the corner, just takes down Toki and still does have that dismiss.
Well, Luj was waiting for the attempted fallback, but it's got nothing. Now that mid control has been garnered, but you can see that Petra is more than happy to just passively sit. That's disgusting. I have X-ray and I barely saw anything.
It's just the pixel angle, and apparently a pixel is all that Petra needs. Now, 2 players left. Luj and Eva, of course, do have some weaponry. Eva tries to go for the swing onto something, but instead is greeted by the full G2 squadron.
Oh, no.
Now, they're just jumping around. They know exactly where Luj is. The flash, the peek, and poor Luj here, 19 HP. What can she really do? Peeks into 4 players in G2. The site itself. Turret gonna be broken now, and you can see how far back Falcons have gone to try and make sure Petra will not be reconvening through that angle. Under heaven, Toki gets a collide, and suddenly his retake attempt, it falls apart for G2 side. And Vanya, of course, the crunch has to come in from CT and Market here too, towards Market. But with this operator, it's gonna be a little bit more awkward here. Somadrone does tag out Vanya, delaying that retake a little bit. Eva, in fact, shuts down Rescue, so that's gonna bring the numbers back in favor. Huge paranoia that connects with like multiple players here. And Sandra towards main, doing her best to wreak some havoc. Now Eva, though, unfortunately, 1v3, isolates the first. Reload online for Vanya, but it doesn't matter because Mimi will be able to swing around and get that kill. Half while winning that thrifty, taken offline in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think also the bigger issue is just not having your jet.
Oh my god,
could be
the
a
collab.
huge issue for taking space. I don't even know if it's going to be... Well, this push isn't really going anywhere. They almost need to hope that somebody makes a mistake. But bear in mind, Sandra has a stinger coming out of A main. Good luck.
Yeah, against the operator, not going to be finding too much. Now Luj position known once again. 2 players from G2 on the other side, lying in wait, just holding the angle, in fact, along with the operator. And it will be the operator to find
with those trips. We'll see if any of them are going to be problematic for them here.
So far, at least it's just a camera. Does spot out Toki, and off the back of the Vanya finds the kill. Showstopper for some additional pressure, and Rescue delivers here, shutting down Luj. G2, they didn't even wait for that spike to go down before they swing off the back of their utility, and now the spike gonna be dropped in such an awkward position. Sandra at least able to find a kill onto Mimi here, holding down the fort. Amy as well, with short under lockdown. There is some time on the clock here for Falcons to try and make something work, but it's just, again, G2, they look so dominant here right now. 2 players left, Sandra being incredibly low to boot, and at this point, I feel like it might just be better to cut your loss.
Down earlier if she wanted to, but just had confidence in her teammates. And
although Rescue does get that initial information, baiting for Amy here, still able to stay alive, and a beautiful dark cover from Vanya does help them stay alive a little bit longer. Mimi tries to swing over instead, though. It's just going to be a couple of kills going the Falcons' way. Amy at least able to find that first, but again, the collateral, almost the double kill rather. Amy going huge, and
she gets there. 25 seconds. It's got to be a race to the finish for this attack side if they're going to have any chance of winning this. I feel like they almost have to win off elimination and then check the wrong corner. AB's going to close it out with a 4K, and G2 in the end closed things out quite comfortably. And well, could have been a little bit more. Looked like a real opportunity to find that kill back. Instead, though, with the Viper screen going up, a decent opportunity to get into that after plant. And
unfortunately, the recon not going to be able to spot anything, and again, with these numbers, it's just going to be that contact play coming through here for Falcons. That another recon finds the kill, helps Toki find the killer onto Amy, and while the Poison Orb does hide the possible diffuse coming through, instead Falcons, with the numbers advantage, are they're still playing that 2A, 3B kind of split, especially with that Killjoy utility locking down mid. Recon Bolt gonna reveal Vanya's position, but that counter from Petra, it shows exactly where these players are. Off the back of it, Vanya already able to find the kill here. You can see the lurk as well kicking in right now towards his tube. Sandra finds Amy, and that's going to shut down this Killjoy utility. Suddenly, mid looking so much more vulnerable. And as G2 get distracted, Eva takes full advantage of the Pandemonium to be able to find a kill. Vanya, though, still playing Anchor, still playing Spoil Sport here. The timing on the wraparound here, it could be perfect. Thankfully, the dash takes care of that. And with 10 seconds left, Vanya is just denying anything from happening on the site. Of course, MadV, the last one left alive, and Vanya says, none of that that here, really encroaching and trying to defend this area. And there's the power of the smoke kicking in. Just so much visual denial here for this G2 side. Wingman able to deny the plant, but off the back of it, the swing from MadV and Eva. They find a triple apiece. Amy, though, still looking to be a menace, looking to be a problem. 2v3, as that spike finally does go down. And Amy, you can see her getting a little bit ahead of herself here. Timing on the peak, gonna be everything. Spots out the position, though, of Eva. Gets the kill, and now it's a 2v2. Gets a little bit of info, spots out Vanya's position, knows that Amy's also inside, so at least for now, the flank, they know for a fact that there's no flank coming, but they don't need a flank. Amy just on site, being an absolute menace, and MadV already able to stick half the defuse. The Dizzy, the Mosh not quite connecting, and while there is an attempt at isolating the fight here, it will still be Vanya just able to stick the spike through, even as MadV gets the kill.
Timing here could be everything. If she catches the spike player, that could be a bigger problem, but they've managed to bypass it. Also a spot from Petra, they've got past that as well. They may get it off the plant, but Mimi, she's caught the player. Is the time even going to be enough for them to retrieve it? I think they may just about have it. It's going to be incredibly close on that plant, and just about goes down. They're given an opportunity here.
Yeah, 2v2, but look at the HP of these players on Falcons. Both of them only a bullet or two away from their demise. MadV, though, does have that thrash available for the post-ban, and it could be a pivotal ult here. That said, though, the positioning for MadV, it's going to be everything here. And Toki, at that distance, Simon, I'm going to be wondering how they're going to be using these ults to really capitalize already. Oh my god, you see the thrash come through with the orbital strike. It almost catches MadV. Instead, though, it's going to be Toki towards mid to rip apart Amy. And with that killjoy going down, this mid suddenly looks so much more vulnerable. Mimi at least shuts her down, but Toki's still there for the refrag. MadV takes down rescue as well. And suddenly, this A side, it's completely open.
For Mimi. Oh, she's not going to get that kill. Toki waiting patiently for any sort of drop down.
Find Toki here. Unfortunately, Toki going to be able to get away with her life.
He's trying to just cause a distraction as the rest of the team build up in towards A.
Oh no, Operator finally going to be online for rescue. Unfortunately, doesn't quite connect the shot. That said, though, this Hunter's Fury and this crunch from Amy, problem. Not only do you have to go back onto site, you have to go back onto site with the numbers disadvantage here. And G2, they are so ready for this. Look at the number of players here. Again, the double peak. It's gonna, Vanya is able to find a kill. Sandra does go down, and this crossfire, it's gonna be so difficult to break. There's gonna be one player left alive. At least Eva is able to find one, but G2, this B side, in fact, two of them towards yellow. I don't think that Dizzy is gonna be able to really catch them here. And while Toki does take a little bit of space, yellow still hasn't gone checked, and it's just gonna be Vanya anchoring down here. Kill already for her, looking to find a little bit more damage. Ludge, though, in this Viper's Pit, finds the kill. Vanya just playing ring around the rosy around this yellow box right now, trying to isolate these fights, find these kills.
Timing is
Timing,
so good.
Yeah, timing could be everything here, and oh, Ludge just catches it onto Vanya. Bolton. For Amy, no lockdown, but I think contact has to be the way. Thrash being available, though, makes things a little bit more difficult. Matt Ortiz just looking to play around her teammate. Does catch Amy off guard. Rescue with the Blaze Storm, though, shuts down the Viper's Pit, and it's just going to be this 1v1 at the end of it. Rescue with the Blade Storm. MadV, though, she's been having a game, and she continues. A triple for her to anchor the round here. This Viper's Pit was wasting a lot of time just chilling around this A site. I hope that if they do decide to pivot, they decide to pivot a little bit earlier here. That said, though, they knew that Petra likes to play this angle, the high-low setup coming in, and it's just going to be the kill to come through for Toki. Amy at least able to find a refrag. Vanya, though, still looking to play anchor, and very difficult to play that post plant, although Eva does have that Hunter's Fury to try and break it. That's going to be the call here. Does take care of that lockdown at the very least, and this retake, it's going to be a little bit difficult. That Viper's Pit still under maintenance, but now Vanya has to worry about that 1-2 push again coming in from behind, and of course, MadV is just being an absolute beast already with a couple of kills. Finally does get shut down, but it's going to all fall down to Vanya. She was able to ace clutch it the previous time around. Does have this Viper's Pit to kind of swing around for, but it's not going to help much in this 1v2 with where that spike is planted on the defensive side, especially with Wingman kind of giving you a 6 player to try and defuse that spike while everybody else goes ahead for the fight here, especially in those kind of 1v1 situations. That said, though, G2, they're just going to play contact and walk all the way up towards side. Ludge, despite that toxic screen, debuff not able to get the kill onto Vanya, and Sandra, of course, left alone on site, will go down to boot. So G2, they have the whole side for themselves. That said, though, there's going to be a quick flank coming in, and G2, they seem to expect it because look at where the spike is going down. Amy, watching for that flank, does take down MadV, so it's just going to be a 2 HP. How much more can Falcons really do in this retake attempt? Because G2, they have so much control here towards CT as well as that backside. Toki at least able to try and isolate a fight, does get immediately traded out.
Extra orbs over, I'd imagine, and the rest of the players on G2 just going to try and get out of there. They've at least got themselves
out at least one player. Molly Gonna cut off players pushing towards Mimi, but that recon does catch her at the very least. So that's gonna be one player caught off and flashed into oblivion. Mimi still though gets the kills, and again G2, their post plant just looks so impossible here. No chance for Falcons to break through.
Especially again this sort of denial available for Luge straight away. And they're actually going to pressure her. I like this. Orbital strike to leave her isolated. They use that ult proactively. They still...
Finally, free of distractions, able to get that spike down. Then a second Nanostorm does hit, but just a little bit late. So Mimi gonna be able to back away in time. Not taking too much damage. That said, the rescue inside the smoke pulls out the shorty at the perfect time. Immediately gonna be traded out by Sandra, unfortunately. And look at Vanya. She's getting cringed here. Has to be able to isolate the fight, but instead it's gonna be Sandra finding yet another kill. Setup. I think that all the utility has been used as well. Still one Nanostorm online for Amy, but that's about it. They're throwing that. It's gonna give away her position. Mimi tries to go in for that spray down, and now it's just Amy in a 1v2, and Amy is all that G2 needs here.
Close as well. A single kill for either could get a Viper's Pit or a lockdown in play.
You can see the sprays coming in with exactly that hope. G2, though, they're still gonna be able to push onto this, and Lutch gets taken down here by Vanya, so no more Viper's Pit available for that post plan. Sandra needs to get a kill here. That lockdown could mean the difference in this round, and she does, but unfortunately Rescue finds the perfect trade, opting to play inside this Viper's Pit. Almost back to back. Madvi going around for the reflank, pushing through onto site, but the position from Vanya is just perfect to shut her down. And Toki,
fantastic, and wow, we're starting to see the step up on individuals. Does not have the best of defenses. It doesn't look like G2 are stopping anytime soon though, and the problem is their ults have now built up as well. Toki, finally, I think she's lost that fight every single time, but has finally got it and taken down Amy.
yeah, but again with that early pick going in favor, at least spots 3 players from Falcons and decides, all right, you know what, you can keep the CT, guys. I'm just gonna try to hold onto site. G2 playing a little bit more aggressively as well to deny the space for that lockdown to really materialize. Still though, trades going trade for trade here, and now just 2 players left, and hitting that orbital strike perfectly. A Molly to come down as well. Insult to injury, and Petra is just playing so far back, knowing the clock has ticked to a decent extent. Here's the tap, and that's gonna be the second ultimate used right now. It's not even gonna be necessary because Mimi just finds the 2 final players left standing towards B, and they have so much control available in their favor. Look at where Rescue is already towards spawn. Here's Toki reloading, knows that there's 1 player towards CT, and Madvi, while she's able to take down Mimi, it's still gonna be Rescue for the refrag here. Now the lockdown gonna be popped, trying to buy a little bit of space on this side, but Vanya on the opposite side does have a Viper's Pit ready to go.
No.
Takes care of Ludges though, and that will be the kill to
one sort of defense they had, and she is low. Left. That's the only thing, but it has to be a hard clear from Sandra. They need this fight.
No.
She doesn't check. I feel like at this stage it's just a little defense. She needs to make it one.
Want to stay alive in this series as well, since that map 1 did go in favor of G2. And Vanya, you know, we've been talking a lot about her today. It's kind of fitting that she will end this game with a 4K.